What is going on, everybody? It is me again. It is Horror Fan 34, and welcome to another video, and welcome to once again another convention recap video. Now I'm a little late making this as well, but this is going to be my recap video from Philly Fan Expo in, of course, Philadelphia, PA, my hometown, which is right downtown, not like less than 10 minutes away from here. And all that stuff. So, had a great time at this show. This is the second time that I've gone to Philly Fan Expo. I went there last year, and I met Henry Winkler, the Fonz himself. That was the only person I got there last year, because everybody else, nothing really appealed to me that day or for that show. But this time around, there were three people in particular that I really wanted to get at this show. So I got three people at this show. And the Philly, like I said, the Philly Fan Expo is great. It's held inside the convention center, and it's a really big building, really a lot of space, and the vendors are amazing, and they have like gaming areas for gamers on the computer, and people where they play, like for gaming online. Like it's a really cool looking event that they have going there. And I went on Friday. So the crowds really on Friday weren't really that packed because a lot of the guests were not there. Mostly because there were some guests that were just Saturday only, and that's usually the day where it's the craziest. Like for Saturday, they had Chevy Chase, they had Rosario Dawson, Hayden Christensen, and a lot of other people that were the main headliners for that particular show. So I went Friday to get my three people because I made sure all three of my guests. I was originally going to get Jason Lee and go Saturday, but Jason Lee ended up canceling. So it's kind of perfect for me because Friday I usually have to go that day better anyway because it's late. It doesn't start till late in the day, and so it kind of worked out in my favor. So managed to get my three people. So nothing from the vendors. This is just strictly autographs and celebrities and pictures and all that stuff. So the first person that I met was Dana Barron. Dana Barron, if you don't know who she is, she was Audrey Griswold in the very first National Lampoon's Vacation, and she's been in other stuff too. I think she was in 90210. But of course, I got her to sign my DVD of Python, which I showed not too long ago in my like thrift store and out of print update that I did like a few weeks ago. Because Dana Barron actually has a role in Python as I believe the lead actor's girlfriend in the movie, I think. So I really wanted to see what her reaction was to getting something for Python signed, because she's always used to National Lampoon's Vacation stuff. And her table was like decked out with a lot of National Lampoon's Vacation memorabilia, like Wally World hats and things like that. And she had the Wally World hat on, and she had a hoodie on that says Audrey Griswold for president. So she's really proud of her role as Audrey Griswold in National Lampoon's Vacation. Dana was amazing. I'd probably say she was my favorite meet of the whole show. She was so nice, so down to earth, really humble. She was talking with me for at least probably 10 minutes. There was only one other person in front of me, and her line was not crowded at all, so she took her time with the guy in front of me and myself. And just couldn't have asked for a nicer person than Dana Barron. She was just so nice, so amazing. And the great thing about Dana is when I handed her, I guess with every single person she meets and all that stuff, she gives two autographs. She signs one for free, and then you basically pay for the one that you pay for, and then she gives you a second autograph for free, which I think is awesome. It kind of reminds me of the same situation with Felissa Rose, where Felissa Rose, if you brought your own item for Felissa to sign, she'll sign a second item for you for free. Same thing with Dana. I think the guy has some things with him to get signed and all that stuff, and then she gave him an autograph for free. Because he brought his own item. Same with me, because I brought my Python DVD. So what Dana does is with her free autograph, she'll let you choose. She went underneath her table and pulled out this manila envelope, not like a manila folder, but like one of those like files that you see in like an office where you keep like papers and all that stuff, and you open it up and you flip it open like that. She had like a little folder of like these 8x10s, and even trading cards, and you can choose which one would you like to get signed. And I chose a trading card because I thought it was a pretty cool looking trading card. So she signed it and personalized it as super fan and put my name, and then wrote Dana Barron and put Audrey #1. And she was like telling me so many things about working with Python. She was talking about how great it was working with Robert Englund, and she was like even saying to me like, "Oh my God, like, do you know who's in this movie?" And I was listing off like Will Wheaton, and she was like, "Oh my God, yes," and like talking about all these cool actors that she got to work with in the movie, like Keith Coogan, John Franklin, Robert Englund, Casper Van Dien, and Jenny McCarthy, and so on and so forth. William Zabka. And I was actually telling Dana that I'll be meeting Robert Englund a few months down the road in August at Monster Mania, getting my photo op with him. And she told me that, please, whatever you do, please, when you see Robert at Monster Mania, please tell him that Dana said hello. So, like, that's just how the kind of experience that how great of a human being Dana Barron is. Like, she's probably has made it into my top 10 favorites of the people that I met at conventions and all that stuff. Just a really, really nice person overall. So I'm going to get into the pictures and all that stuff and things like that. So here is my picture with me. And, I'm about to say, too, before I get to that, Dana Barron was, like I said, had the Audrey Griswold hoodie on, the Wally World hat on, and she even had the Audrey Griswold sunglasses that she wore in the movie, and she would wear them for the picture and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool stuff. So here is my picture with me and Dana Barron. And here's a picture, one of two pictures. Here is Dana Barron signing the trading card that I picked out for free for her to sign. And here's a picture of Dana Barron signing my Python DVD. And the autograph item, I put two on. I mean, the lighting in my room is not really the best, and she signed the Python DVD in red Sharpie, and it shows up really, really nice, but just like in this room and all that stuff, you can't really see it and all that stuff. So what I did was I turned the lights off in my room, took a picture with the flash and everything so you can see the red Sharpie, because it shows up a lot better in a brighter room. So here's the picture of the Python DVD sign where it's in red Sharpie, and you can see, and the trading card that she signed for me for free. So here's that picture. Okay, guys, moving on here to the next person. The next person that I met was Ethan Suplee. This is a guy that has been around the block for a long time now. He's been in a lot of Kevin Smith movies, like, Mallrats as Willem. He was in My Name is Earl. He was in a lot of other things, Butterfly Effect, John Q, American History X, even Boy Meets World as the bully. And the guy has been around for a very, very long time. And I really wanted to get Ethan Suplee on my Mallrats photo that I already got back from Chiller last year, where I met Jeremy London. I got him to sign it from his table. So I wanted to add Ethan Suplee to the photo. And Ethan was a really, really cool guy as well. Very cool guy. Me and him actually talked about our weight loss journey, because he was talking about how he used to be overweight like I was, and how he lost all the weight, and I was telling him about my weight loss journey, and he was like how he was just like smiling the whole time, just fascinated, like how he was able to lose weight like he did, and how I was able to lose my weight. And so it was just a pretty cool little interaction, just us talking about our weight loss journeys and things like that. It was just a really cool conversation, because me and him, kind of we relate in a way to being overweight and things like that. So it was just pretty cool talking about our journey to getting to where we are now and things like that. So overall, very, very cool guy, Ethan Suplee. So here is my picture with me and Ethan Suplee. And here's a picture of Ethan Suplee signing my Mallrats photo. And the autographed item of that. Okay, guys, moving on here to the last person. The last person I met was Brandon Rogers. And if you don't know who Brandon Rogers is, he's one of my favorite YouTubers to watch on YouTube. He's hilarious. His all of his characters that he plays, and now the thing with Brandon Rogers, I already by this time I already gotten Dana and Ethan, and I jumped right into Brandon Rogers' line. His line was probably the longest because Dana Barron's line was walk right up, and so was Ethan Suplee. He had got people in his line. I was the only one in his line. I walked right up to him. So Brandon Rogers was the longest line I waited in. I waited in his line the first time, and I didn't get him the first time I was in line because he had to go to a Q&A and a photo op. I think he had to go to a Q&A. So he had to leave for a few hours for his Q&A. So what I did was I left the show and all that stuff for a little bit and grabbed some food, grabbed some dinner. And as long as you have the wristband on, you can go back into the show as long as you have your wristband on. So what I did was I left the show for a few hours, got some dinner, and then I came back. And sure enough, there he was. He was back at his table like he said he was going to be at that particular time. So I jumped in that line really quickly, and I was able to grab Brandon Rogers too, which was awesome because I was really dying to meet this guy. And Brandon was a really, really nice guy, really nice guy. Brandon was, talking with everybody and things like that, and he was thanking everybody for being patient and coming out to see him, and that. It was kind of the same way with Michael Gross, where he was just saying oh, thank you for your patience, thank you for coming out. He was that kind of a guy. So just an overall nice guy, and I was telling him how me and my mom are really big fans of his videos, and his mom loves his characters, and because my mom loves over the top vulgar humor and all that stuff. So what's so funny is I was telling Brandon Rogers about how some of the lines that my mom says to me sometimes that he says, and then he started laughing and he's like, oh well, that's from one bad bitch to another. So this is a really that's the kind of guy he was. He was really, really funny guy. And what was cool about Brandon Rogers, he was taking selfies with everybody at his table and things like that. So now I screwed up on this one. I did not get a picture of Brandon signing my photo that I picked out, which is the character of Helen from his YouTube, if you know his YouTube channel. But I did not get a picture of him signing it, so I do apologize for that in advance. But here is my picture with me and Brandon Rogers. And here is the autograph, the 8x10 that I picked off his table and how he signed it. And his inscription was hilarious, so check this out. And that is everything. That's the entire convention recap. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. You guys take care.